So on this incident, we established an anchor point right here on this corner. And we piled in a bunch of resources off the 409 road. We started them going this way, we started going them this way. We also established another anchor point off this point right here on the north end that we were able to see that we had an avenue for it. So we had the wind against our back, so we were comfortable putting some folks in there. So we've started progressing line this way, and folks going this way. So we found out real quick that we made really good progress in this lower part of the Division Alpha in the southern part. The first day we put in Randy a mile of line, roughly something like that. We were able to sling in with helicopters and driving in a bunch of pumps and thousands of feet of hose. When I say thousands, the first hose order was over 10,000 feet in here. So now right now we're close to over probably 60,000 feet of hose and over 15 large volume pumps that are in there flowing water. So understanding that the values into Curtis Creek and the watershed values and the salmon, that was our primary focus. We also put a hotshot crew coming this way, made great progress. Now we found a way in this part of the fire. It's really nasty, really steep. And everybody knows how to read a map. All these little lines. The closer the lines, the steeper the country. So if we look at this, be flat. If we look at this, we can see it straight up and straight down. So hard to work in those conditions. So we find avenues where it's easy for us to work on. We found an old line off of the Cascade fire from '07 that they put in. So we were able to go in, reopen that up, improve it, and we're continuing to fight fire on that. Same with out in here. This is up into the old Cascade burn. We haven't focused a ton of energy right here because we, as everybody here knows, there's miles of black of the old burn, Cascade burn out over here. Okay, so we're working that way. We just have to find good avenues to get into it. Randy Anderson was walking the line yesterday and very close to him, had a snag fall down on the ground where it's burning. So we can't put a whole bunch of folks in there because trees come down silently. And I don't know if you read the news, we've already lost firefighters just 3 weeks ago in Lake Tahoe to a snag that fell down. So with that being said, we still have to think about your guys' livelihood, your homes, your land out here. So with the work of the incident commanders and myself and Randy Anderson, we have developed some management action points. We call them MAPs. They're management action points, and these are these yellow lines that are on the map. So management action points, if the line staff, the operations, we feel that the fire is going to cross that line, threaten it, and it has a chance to cross it, we're going to institute some management action plans. First one is map 1. If we feel that fire is going to threaten or smoke impacts this road, Highway 22, we are going to shut the highway down. That's one of our plans. We're going to shut it down until we can safely get the fire knocked down enough for it to travel to open back up. The same thing, we have the major power line in here. It's been treated, we've treated it, it's been treated since the '07 burn also, so it was pretty easy to go back in and open that up and clear the brush out from underneath it. We feel good with it, but if it's threatened again in there, we have to call Idaho Power. We might shut down power. We don't know. It depends on the level that it comes into. So the next one is the big one that probably everybody here is wondering about. What about you folks? That's management action point 2. If at any time Randy, who's out on the line, feels that this fire is going to bump the South Fork, we are going to institute management action plan. The management action plan is number 2, and that means we're going to have evacuations. We are going to ask that everybody leave. So it would be great. No, it wouldn't be great. I won't say that. We're gonna do this in a way that we've set up some transportation maps to make sure we get accountability that for everybody can get out and get out safely. And we've had to do that in a couple ways. We've given 2 avenues. The first thing that we'll do, and this is again the evacuation map of how we need folks to travel, is we'll have to leave Warm Lake, we'll have to go to 22, and we're all going to head to Landmark. Okay, in Landmark we've got the guard station that's there and the airstrip that's there. There's plenty big to handle all of us, and if we need to get out further, if the fire is pushing further and harder on us than it's coming this direction, we can go north, and we're all going to go to Yellow Pine, and then we can go to McCall. Okay? If for some reason we're not going to be able to make this up to Yellow Pine, We've got the south way. Who's ever traveled this road before? Long ways, right? Long ways. So that's why we've kind of set this up in phases. We're all going to gaggle at Landmark. And I'm trying to think of summertime. I'm trying to think of summertime with all the vacationers here, campers, and they get up here with a half a tank of gas. Can you make it with a half a tank of gas from here to Stanley? I don't know. I would say probably not. I'd rather have a full tank, but what are the chances of everybody having a full tank of fuel? So that's what we're getting at. But that's why we're going to have everybody meet here. So we have a big area that's pretty safe from fire, as we all know. So that's going to be a rally point. So I don't want, this is the plans that we have to build for the what if. You know, it hasn't moved yet. It stayed in its really initial pulse since it started. Made one big pulse on initial attack, and it hasn't really grown too incredibly much since we've been here. One, a little bit because the actions that we're taking on it, and two, it's hung up into some natural terrain features. So I still have to build a plan for the what if. What if it does come out of here? And where we're sitting is where it would come if we had the right winds. So that's why we did that. I don't want to alarm anybody with this. I just want it to be known that that's our overall plan.